Genshin Impact 5.5 revealed Varesa and Iansan. Now, if you want to know how to build Varesa even before she releases, I got you covered. This is what you need to know. Firstly, what does Varesa do? DPS, support, heal? Well, Varesa is strictly a DPS character. Don't worry, she's a strong one too. Varesa is a plunging attack character. How do you plunge? So Varesa uses her elemental skill to convert her normal attacks into charge attacks. And those charge attacks allow you to do a plunging attack subsequently, which is very, very cool. You also get Night Soul points through your plunge attacks that you hit opponents with. This allows you to do a strong plunging attack when your Night Soul points are max, and it gets pretty powerful. If you plunge enough, you also get to do a special burst. Of course, you can also unleash it normally, your elemental burst, but it just deals loads of damage with a kick, and it's pretty cool. It allows you to do some more plunging attacks right afterwards, which is pretty cool as well. She has an overworld ability that allows you to run around really quick and allows you to play like Yelan. And she has a pretty cool jumping mechanic as well that allows you to go pretty far. How many times did I say pretty? Secondly, the element. Varesa is an electro character, therefore you need to level her to 90 to get the most from her reactions. Overload is an example of an electro reaction that goes based off of the level as well as the elemental mastery. Thirdly, the weapon. Since Varesa uses a catalyst, you have loads of options to pick from. Of the 5 stars, her main one is going to be from the banners that she comes with, the Vivid Notions, but if you don't have that, no worries. A popular choice that you might have is Lost Prayer, or even Yaimiko's weapon you might have, or Wanderers would be pretty good too. And if you want a stat stick, you can use Moalani's as well. But what about the 4 stars? Because this is what you typically do have. The 4 stars, of course, the classic R5 Widset. Widset R1 is not going to be that great, but R5 is going to be, so nice. Any other crit rate or crit damage weapon would also be pretty acceptable, like the Black Cliff or the any Battle Pass stuff are pretty okay, but if you have the Widset, I do recommend it if you have it at R5. Fourthly, the artifacts. Now, we get a new set, and this one is dedicated for her, obviously, so I definitely think this is going to be her best in slot. Since she does do plunging attacks, I'm assuming the artifacts will also do plunging attacks, or gives you some sort of buff to the plunging attacks, which is very, very nice. So, characters like Varesa, or even Xiao, benefit loads from the artifacts, and that is what you typically would want to put on them. But let's say you want to pre-build for her and you can't really have those artifacts straight away. Don't worry, the second best one would probably be Obsidian Codex. You can get loads of crit rate on it for free, so you can focus on something like crit damage, and is pretty good. You already have loads of these lying around probably, and is a excellent second op. So for the artifacts themselves, the Hourglass, go for attack percent, and for the Goblet, electro damage, and for the mask, any sort of crit. So if you have more crit rate, you want to go for crit damage. If you have more crit damage, go for crit rate, just depending on which you need and which weapon you have equipped. Lastly, but definitely not least, what team should you use on Varesa or with Varesa? Now, Iansan is probably going to be a very good character for her, and I'll talk about Iansan in the future, but Iansan provides a buff that Varesa can use pretty well. You can also pair Varesa with Xianyun on many teams, because she'll allow you to do plunging attack. It'll help you, do Viridescent set, which will allow you to do more damage. It allows you to heal. She just does a lot of stuff for plunging attack characters, and I definitely think she's going to be good with Varesa. Now, if you want to do some other reactions like Overload, go with something like Chevreuse. You can have Mavrika in there as well, which I do recommend, as well as Yansan. You can do purely Overload, and you will be pretty good to go. Or you can go absolutely full hyper carry and use someone like Fiorina, Shilonen, and Yansan. Now, I typically would say Bennett here, but since she does move around a lot and do, plunging attack damage, I doubt you'll be in the Bennett circle for too long. I definitely think Iansan would be a great replacement. You can also do some Dendro stuff if you want with Nahida and any other character, electro character like Fischl. This will be a safe bet and you will net you loads of damage. Any other character instead of Nahida is pretty okay. If you want to use character like, you can also use a character like Baiju to get a shield, to get the heals, and to deal yourself Dendro damage. Now for Varesa, I'd stick with teams that don't really have Dendro, because you won't really proc the reactions too often, and something like Overload, I think would be typically better. Or maybe you don't want a strictly full electro team, that would be pretty good too. Just anything that allows you to just typically do more of those reactions is kind of better. Now that's it. That's how I would build my Varesa. Now, if you want just a generalized synopsis of how you would build her, go with any sort of catalyst with crit, or with crit, any type of crit. Artifacts, you want the newest one that gives you plunging attack stuff, or you would go with the Obsidian Codex. And for the themes, you want something just helps you deal more damage. Is going to be your hyper carry. Going to be pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy, let me know as well. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Bye.